Hello, sweet friends. It's Tracy. I'm back again with another DIY wood kit project. This time is the Prim Reindeer Pocket from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. Guys, I absolutely love primitive country, and this is the reindeer pocket. Now, I've already done the Santa as well as the Snowman. And if you haven't seen those, I will link to those as well so that you don't miss those. But in this video, I'm going to share how I painted up the primitive reindeer pocket. So guys, the kit comes all together on like a little cardboard. It's shrink wrapped, so nice where everything is put together. And this little reindeer measures 10.5 inches tall by 4.5 inches wide. It's multi-layered pieces for depth and detail. It's laser cut from high quality of 1/4 inch birch plywood. It ships unfinished, and you can create it, paint it up, add scrapbook paper or whatever kind of medium you like to use. But in this video, I'm going to share how I painted up mine. Now, guys, I will have the links all in the description box below, as well as whatever paint colors or stain or anything like that I'm using. Now, for the little pieces, I like to add some antique wax, which is a stain. And so I've recently been asked, why do I add this if I'm just going to paint over it? Well, it adds a little bit of depth to it because I like the rustic look for my projects. And so it does add a little bit of depth and, kind of like a little bit of extra rustic touches to it. And so it's just a personal preference. Okay. And so, sometimes I add it with a baby wipe, or in this for this time I want a little bit darker stain, so I added it just with a paintbrush and then just wiped off the excess stain with a baby wipe. All right, so then what I'm going to do now, the top layer, I'm using Truffle chalk paint, and I will have all of my paints that I used in this little project. I'll have those listed in the description box below as well. For an added rustic touch, I like to sand the edges of all of my wood pieces just to expose a little bit of the wood. It also kind of exposes a little bit of that stain that's underneath there. And depending on how much I sand it will depend on how much of the wood is exposed. I have to laugh when I get a comment to say, "Oh, welcome back to the 80s," or "You're taking us back to the 80s. How cute is that?" You know, I'm not offended at all. Actually, I embrace it because I absolutely love paint splatters, and I love all of the whole painting and all of that goodness from the 80s. And I'm so happy that a lot of my friends love it as well. One of my favorite glues to put my DIY wood kits together is the slick stick that I get from Amazon. And I was at the end of my bottle, so I was kind of struggling a little bit, but I made it through this project. I do have another one on order, so no worries. But I just want to warn you guys, this is like super glue. It glues super fast, and just make sure that you don't get it on your fingers because, it is a very sticky. And make sure that you have the things that you want to glue down. Make sure that you have those because otherwise it's not coming up. Even with if you heat it up with a heat tool, it's not coming up. And tell you that from personal experience. So just make sure that you have it where you want it before you stick it down. You have just a few seconds before it like really sets up. But just make sure that if you're going to glue something, yeah, it's not coming apart. For my little Prim Reindeer pocket here, I'm just going to make a kind of like a sweet, I don't know, messy bow. That's just kind of what I call it. I have a bow dabra. Now I'm using my little mini bow dabra. I got it off of Amazon. I'll have a link for that in the description box as well. And then some of this fabric is homespun. But first, what I put down is I like to get the table runners from Hobby Lobby in the wedding section. That's the ivory one. I just cut it apart with scissors and then just run my vintage photo distress ink over it just to give it a little bit of, distressing. It kind of acts like cheesecloth to me, and I'm not coffee staining it or anything like that. It's really super simple. All right, so then what I did also is add a little bit of sisal grass and some lace to my little bow here. And then this right here, this is a Jingle Bell garland that I got from Hobby Lobby. I had it in my crafting stash. Unfortunately, I looked it up on the website and they don't sell that anymore. They used to sell them like in the Christmas section in the garlands, but they're always changing out different products and stuff like that. But I love the little jingle bells on there, and I just took them off of there and just added some of those to my bow. Now, what I'm using here is just floral wire that is in the kind of like craft or light brown color. I'll have a link for that in the description box below as well. I just use it as just something to add my jingle bells on, as well as just to add a little bit of wispiness to it. I'm going to use my curling tools to add a little bit of the curly cues to it, and then just make this bow look really cute for my little primitive reindeer pocket here. Now for the tag, I just have just a tag punch, and I just punched it out on just some craft cardstock and just hand lettered Merry Christmas and just add some distressing and all the goodness to it that I like for my little country projects. Friends, I'm not finished yet. I will have the playlist of all of my projects that I've done for the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. I'll have the playlist here at the end of the video, as well as another one that you may like. I do have, you can subscribe to my channel if you currently are not. I would love to have you be part of my community. God bless you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.